Here we go, everyone, back again with another episode of the Roma journey. Just having a little bit of a look into tactics and the way we're sort of going to play and set up this season. First and foremost, before we obviously, on the next, I said on this episode we were going to jump straight into the season, but seems a bit silly to do so without really having a good look at how we're going to play and the squad depth and everything like that. I've seen some pretty wild formations, to be fair, in my time playing Football Manager, so it's not a surprise that we're not lining up with a conventional 4-4-2. I don't think this one's too out there, to be honest. If we weren't sort of overloaded with number 10s, it would probably include another striker. It may still. Before the end of the transfer window, I've got one or two players in mind that I'd like to try and bring in. Been having a good think, obviously got good options there with Rossi and Mayoral, but I'd like to bring in, I'm regretting the Dzeko deal basically, and I'd like to bring in an experienced sort of, I would say reliable, but with the guy I've got in mind, maybe that's not the word, cheap, an experienced, cheap option to play up front, who can maybe make a little bit of a difference. I said that we weren't going to be here anymore. We were going to be upstairs in the sort of office, so to speak. That's still going to be the case moving forward. Just didn't have the opportunity to basically get it sorted on such short, not short time. I appreciate it's been a good few days, but being busy with work and sort of, with the back training and a load of other things as well. So just going to have to bear with me on that. But got a nice long weekend coming up, so get it sorted then. And things will look a lot better than they currently do. They'll sound a lot better than they currently do. And just generally will be better than they currently are. Probably worth noting that we should have the issues sorted out as well from the last video for the match engine. That should be sorted out for the next video. We probably aren't going to watch a match today. We're just going to have a bit of a chat about the squad. I'm still very much coming to terms with editing things and getting things right and putting together the videos. So obviously, nice to see the last video. A few people watched it and a few people liked it, which was nice. Hopefully we can have that again going forward, but I just like to smooth out the process basically. Hence why for this video we're doing, trying and doing a lot more things sort of as we go, rather than the retrospective kind of things that crept into a lot of the last episode of episode 1. So be interesting to see how that goes. Probably for the time being going to mean that there's a few more niggles and issues, but that's fine. I'm expecting it. If anything, we're getting used to doing something that I've not done before, so it will take time. I appreciate that. Anyway, moving back into where I was supposed to take this rather than my life story. I feel like we've got pretty good squad depth. I mentioned already I'd like to bring in another striker. I feel like Henrik Larsson's son, who we are actually going to just call Henrik Larsson's son moving forward. So let's get that done. Henrik Larsson. Did I spell Larsson? Yeah. Henrik Larsson's son. There we go. So we got Henrik Larsson's son up top, which I think he'll do well, to be fair. I wouldn't have bought him if I didn't, but I'd appreciate that he scored goals in Sweden. Rossi scored goals in mainly the MLS and Uruguay. Well, only the MLS and Uruguay. In fact, looking at that, his goal return was decent in Uruguay. He didn't play a lot of games. Mayoral's here. I guess did okay at Levante last season, if you really stretch it, but didn't really do that well. So probably not going to be, Probably not going to. There's nothing that I can say we're going to hang our hat on for him to get the goals. We obviously have a spare space here as well. Obviously Thorsby will take that, and Diawara will probably take Darbo's place on the bench as well moving forward, which I think is to be expected a little bit. I think Diawara playing in that ball winning role is class. Get him on the ball a bit more, to be fair. His passing's really good. I think he'll do a really good job. Probably going to start and rotate with Toussaint, who I think will also do a really good job. Again, not quite as good on the ball, but probably a lot better off it. So probably for the big games, probably Toussaint's probably going to be the one. Happy with the wing backs, to be fair. I think Karsdorp is pretty decent. If we look at what he needs, he's pretty good off the ball. He's got a good work rate. He gets up and down. He's pretty quick. Good stamina. Decent crosser. Everything that you need to suggest that he's gonna do okay there. Not really hit the heights, to be fair, since signing for Roma, but hopefully it's gonna be a breakout for him. Spinazzola as well. Very similar. Decent enough. Tackling maybe a bit low. But for me, left wing backs and right wing backs, they're not easy to find in the game. We probably can't go out and buy a Marcelo, especially given that we sold Dzeko because he was just on too much money and the finances were just going down and down. So, Spinazzola is probably as good as we're getting, to be completely honest with you. But I think that's absolutely fine. You know what I mean? He was obviously played for Atalanta, who have obviously got renowned for having great wing backs at the moment. Obviously, Gosens and Hattabur as well. So. Didn't really score a lot of goals or anything like that. You can't see assists, which is annoying, but I think he'll do well. Centre halves, Mancini pretty much nailed on. The other centre half's probably going to rotate a lot. Chris Smalling's probably going to play until January and see how he does, but he's so bad on the ball. But I can't really have $100,000 a week player just sitting about, so we're just going to set him. Hopefully Mancini's going to do most of the playing with the ball. And Smalling's gonna, we want to get to the wing backs and to Toussaint as quickly as possible, especially to Toussaint. To that position, especially when obviously Diawara is playing with his range of passing. So that Diawara might have to start if Smalling's starting, to be honest, for that reason. But we'll see. I feel like we can't justify having the $100,000 player on the bench. Jordan Veretout, who is we need to have a word with Jordan Veretout now. Tell you off, Jordan. Not good enough this. Yeah, you need to improve it. I always try my best on and off the pitch. Well, I don't know, maybe he's not good enough then? What do we say to that? Come on now. Fair enough. You know what, I apologise. If you think you're trying your best, Jordan, but you're getting worse in every department. So just be mindful of that. Martin Thorsby's in now. Probably got a good chance of leapfrogging you if you continue to do that. These three, going to be pretty interchangeable, I think. Mkhitaryan probably deserves to play, to be honest, but I don't want. Are any of them nailed on? Yeah, Pellegrini's nailed on to be playing. Pedro is probably a decent option in that shadow striker for now, but if we bring in maybe another forward, Pozuelo is good at what he does, but limited. I'm pleased with him though. I think Mukhtar as well would give us quite a lot if maybe we played him instead of Pozuelo or Pellegrini or whoever it might be. Obviously got Santon kind of going about this in a mishmash way. Really happy with both backup centre halves. Haven't touched on them, but Kumbula, really good player for me. Better option for the future. Same with the Ibanez, two good young centre halves there. Don't have any problem playing them this season if I need to. Obviously they're joining for fees that I can't help, but I probably would have signed them. Who knows? We'll see after the season. Hopefully the answer to that's yes. I feel like Santon covers both wing backs really well. And this guy we've spoke about in the last episode, he is what he is. He does what he does. And I think he's, for an 18-year-old, he's pretty spot on, to be honest. I think he'll do really well. We obviously have Diawara, who usually plays there, but I actually think Darboe has some really good stats as well. The board really don't like Darboe at all. They really don't like him, but I think he's actually quite almost Diawara-esque in what he does, and I think he'll grow into a really good player. To be fair, we might even give him a new deal. In fact, I think we will give him a new deal. Obviously, got Mkhitaryan, and we've mentioned Mukhtar. We've mentioned Perez, probably a really good Pozuelo replacement in the sense that he's very good at what he does, but he's kind of limited in what he can do. But I think he's a good player. He'll get game time. It's just whether or not he can. What he can do with that game time, basically. His first touch is great, dribbling's great, he's a playmaker, you know what I mean? If we were playing with wingers, he'd probably be in with more of a shout, but it is what it is. We're not. So he'll have to play there or be left out. Other than that, Pastore, we'd like to move out. Zaniolo's out for pretty much the whole season, otherwise he would be, him and Pellegrini would almost certainly take up these positions, and we probably would have bought another striker. rather than buying the attack midfielders that we did. But never mind. Martin Thorsby probably will play instead of Veretout, I would suggest, this season. Much of a muchness. I just think he's what he gives you defensively, and like you just look how you don't get better. He's just an ultimate team player, and I think in a box-to-box midfielder, like that's what you want. Just plug gaps, be selfless. You know what I mean? Play for the team. I think he'll probably be a starter, which may mean that we'll let Veretout go. To be honest, obviously some big teams want him, but can we buy better than Veretout? I didn't mean to click there, but we've seen we've had a good pre-season. We knew that anyway from obviously the last video, and we had a little bit of a look at the Genk game, which we won 1-0. I was hoping for a bit of a bigger win. Chris Smalling getting the goal there. If we look back, some regular goal scorers, a couple there from Henrik Larsson's son. Diego Rossi gets one, Pedro Pellegrini. Again, very different in this game. Veretout got on, Pozuelo, Mayoral and Diawara, so I guess good that one for the players that we've just been, a few of them we've been debating whether or not we're going to keep, so hopefully they can take that form into the season. This one, again, 6-0, can't tell much from that, but some familiar names there on the score sheet. Good to see Pedro getting a couple. Mkhitaryan seems to have been playing well in this pre-season, to be fair. He might have to be the Pedro, Veretout again, the penalties, but Diego Costa scored in that. That's a topic of sadness. PSG are banging in the old strikers, to be fair, this season. I wonder why they bought Dzeko off me, they bought Diego Costa. Are they looking to sell anybody? We need it. We need a striker. They're playing Diego Costa. Surely not. Surely not. Surely not. They want the option that it can be recalled. Well, I really don't want that. There we go. Jesus Christ, that was worth checking out, man. That was great. I don't think Mauro Icardi can play right back, man. Maybe he can, and I'm wrong, but I don't think that he can. But that's awesome. There we go. Bang. Christmas Icardi, as Dr. Benji would call him. Mauro Icardi, man, that's just... Do you know what, man? That's crazy. Brilliant, to be fair. Wow. Big signing. Do they have any other players? Is Di Maria available, perhaps, on loan? Maybe. Let's try it. Can we get Di Maria on loan? No, we can't. And I don't blame them for not wanting the loan out Di Maria. I am still hugely shocked they want the loan out Icardi. Is there any others that are not playing? Pablo Sarabia, he would be some signing. Can we get Dzeko on loan? No, we can't get Dzeko on loan. Andy Carroll? No, we're not signing Andy Carroll. We did this joke last time. We aren't signing Andy Carroll. Definitely not. You know what? I came into this video looking for a striker, to be fair. Well, who else is on the transfer list? Clearly there's been a change. If we can bring in a couple of players, I wouldn't be opposed to bringing in a couple of loans. We are in Italy after all. The last thing we want to do is spend recklessly though, but we've got the money there to obviously bring in Icardi. Marcos Alonso, Mariano, he would be a good option. We kind of don't need him if we're going to bring Icardi in. Aaron Ramsey will be a silly option. Aaron Ramsey will be superb. Can we get Aaron Ramsey? Surely not. Can we get Aaron Ramsey? Not sure, are they? Maybe if we up that. I don't really want to be paying. I kind of do. I think he's a game changer. If we can get him in as well. Things have changed in this episode. Akinfenwa? No. We're not on FIFA 12 on this channel. Çalhanoğlu? This is a bit silly, I probably should have bought Çalhanoğlu rather than some of the players I bought. I don't want to really go crazy and overload on players, to be honest. I think that's crazy. And to be honest, I came into this video with all intentions of buying Roque Santa Cruz and everybody having a good giggle about it. So I'm quite like amazed at the deals that we've done there, or started. Maybe we do still buy Roque Santa Cruz though, to be honest. Santa Cruz, what's he saying? What's Big Roque saying? Still at Olympia, 39. Been banging them in. What's he saying? Fuck it. What's he saying? Roque Santa Cruz. I know what I'm saying. I'm saying I feel sorry for Borja Mayoral. How many foreign players can we have? I don't even know if there's a limit, to be honest. I don't think that there is. I think there's going to have to be some players leave here. A Cardi offer accepted, that's unbelievable. It'd be great if we get that Ramsey offer accepted as well. Yeah, Santa Cruz's. I'm happy with that. We're spending 500. The way I look at this, right? We can look at this one of two ways. We can look at it that buying Roque Santa Cruz is clearly not a good idea, nor is it something that we should be doing. And I'd have to agree. And I think everybody with a brain would probably have to agree. We could also look at it this way, that we're going to be spending £500,000 if we ignore wages, and it's important that we do. If we're going to be spending £500,000 and potentially signing Aaron Ramsey, Mauro Icardi, both for 2 years, and Roque Santa Cruz also for 2 years, which I feel like is silly. We tried to sign Mukoko, but it didn't happen. That was supposed to be something we were gonna. The stalling over the Ramsey deal. Can we make? Kind of don't want I feel like Ramsey's going to attract significant interest from elsewhere quickly. We're just gonna have to let them play their mind games with that. To be completely honest. But yeah, Mukoku's not happening. We're going to give Darbo a new deal, but a little bit of an update there then. So we're going to get, hopefully, let's go forward a couple of days, see if we can bring one big player in out of these signings. Obviously only 7 days to the Torino game, so I kind of left it late for big recruitments, but to be honest, if we could bring these in on loan and we could sell Veritude, which may happen off screen, I appreciate, with this being just a bit of a tactics video. I think we'll win the league. I'm going to put it out there. I don't know why. I just got, no, I don't think we will. Maybe we will. I don't know. What do we think? Are we going to win the league? Maybe. I mean, Icardi, if he catches on, he's not had the best of seasons in real life this season as far as I'm aware, but if he catches fire, like people know that he can, then why not? Especially if we bring Ramsey, and Ramsey's a game changer in my opinion. A huge game changer. Get Ramsey in that midfield. You know what I mean? Icardi, Henrik Larsson's son, Roque Cruz. We're gonna have some great players. I don't want Jordan Amalfi. He's not going to be an option. Aaron Ramsey could be coming in. This is crazy. Is there a limit on how many loans? It doesn't really say. I mean, this is crazy. There's going to be some players who have to leave. Jordan Veritude's going to have to leave. There's just there's no space for him. Can we get 20? Can we get 22.5 million? I feel like that'd be a sensational deal. Oh, there's been a bid. Man City bid 10. I mean, that's not even close to what I asked for. I don't really know how to respond to that. I mean, what a crazy offer. I'll probably take it, but it's non-negotiable. It's non-negotiable. Do you know what? Be gone. I mean, he's class, to be fair. I probably could get more from him, but he's getting worse. I don't really want him. Ramsey's better, and we're bringing Ramsey in for nothing. It's all about this. If we need a balance to keep this trajectory of the finances going to compete long term. It's not really about this season, hence why we're bringing Ramsey and Icardi in on the 2-year loans. It's all about further afield for me. And if we bring Icardi and Ramsey in, then this team goes up a level. To be fair, we are also going to cancel the Roque Santa Cruz deal. As funny as it would be, and as good as it would be to see him scoring goals. No, are we? No, we might keep him. I think if we sell Veritude, and maybe we don't register Mayoral, which I think that's probably what we're going to have to do with that. Don't register Mayoral, so Santa Cruz gets to that position. So Thorsby, goes there. Diawara takes Darbo's place usually. We don't. Yeah. Then we've got Icardi, who's going to have to play up top. There's not really room here for Pedro, to be honest. Or Mkhitaryan. Can we sell Mkhitaryan? I think he's just signed. If we could sell Mkhitaryan or Pedro, that would be awesome. I don't think we're going to be able to, though. I don't think we're going to be able to. I just want an idea of what's going on, man, to finish it. Just to run through the squad, and basically for me, you know, you guys to get to know me, the people who are watching this who don't know me anyway. Ooh, some offers. Who for? Pedro. That's unbelievable. And Mkhitaryan. Absolutely sensational, to be fair. Yeah, give me 12 million, and I really don't want this to fall through, to be fair, so I'll pay 10 grand a week of his wages. Yeah, that's fine. Installments. Do it this way. I think that's more than fair. Yeah, great. That's unbelievable. Villarreal make off of a Pedro as well. Yeah, great. That couldn't have worked out better. This video couldn't really have gone better than it has. Yeah, Pellegrini's already the captain. Mancini, we need to appoint a vice captain. It's probably going to be Martin Thorsby. No, it's probably going to be Mancini, to be fair. He knows the club. Yeah, Mancini and Pellegrini stay. Everton made a push stand on reject. This video couldn't have gone better. Couldn't have gone better. So we need to now have a little bit of an assess of the tactics. So we're just going to take Pedro out. There's no need for him. Like, we don't need him at all. Obviously Zaniolo will play a part in the future, so we might as well put him on the bench instead of Mkhitaryan. We've obviously not for now, to be fair, no, because we're going to need two battle strikers. So we're going to change the formation. We're not going to play with a deep line with a shadow striker anymore. We're going to play those guys there, and then we're probably going to play this and play Henrik Larsson's son in there with Mauro Icardi there. But I think, to be honest, Henrik Larsson's son's going to probably... I know we've just completely changed everything here, but I'm alright with it. I'm alright with it, to be honest. If we can bring Ramsey and some real firepower in up front, which we might be able to, because we're bringing in a lot of money here. So if we can bring in... Yeah, how much are we bringing in? So we spent, obviously, Ramsey. I mean, we're not going to sign Santa. Do we sign Santa Cruz? Santa Cruz can't be starting, like. He can't be. Nah, we're going to probably cancel that and bring in some serious firepower. Get rid of these guys. We're going to have a lot of money. We've done well here. Let's have another little look. I'd like to be able to like sort of finish this video now and say we're going to go for this guy. But it's going to be hard to be able to do that, I think. I kind of regret the Dzeko deal more and more. But maybe, you can't really regret anything, can you? Because you never know. You never know who you're going to be able to sell until it comes down to it. I mean, Vinny Jr. would do a job, I feel. How many loans can you have in a season? It doesn't really say, to be honest. Doesn't really say. I think we're probably going to go for Vinicius Jr. And I think that probably gives us that forward line there. Vinicius probably, but it could be somebody else yet. But I'd kind of like it to be Vinicius Jr. to be honest. I mean, who's the best strikers we can attract that aren't crazy money? Jermaine Defoe? No, we're not signing Jermaine Defoe. Obviously, to be fair, Mauro Icardi's a silly deal in my opinion. I hope he gets in here before Tottenham and Real Madrid sort of go after him. Lacazette would be great, to be honest. How much is he going for? Too much for us. That's how much Lacazette's going for. Too much to buy. He's a bit too good for us. That's the up and down of it. But Patrick Batten, it's going to be hard to buy another striker, man. Maybe I don't want too many. Yeah, hold on here. We're going to buy Memphis Depay. I'm going to tell you that now. The forward line's going to be this. So we're going to play Mauro Icardi, Memphis Depay, Aaron Ramsey. Boom. you remember we thought when we talked about winning the league, and I was like, I think we can win the league, and then like I giggled a bit. If we bring in those three, I think we will win the league. There we go. There's the sign off for the first video, guys. I think we will win the league if we bring in those players. Depay, Icardi, Aaron Ramsey. What we're saying to that? I know what we're saying here. They're all timorous beasties. That's what they all are. Timorous beasties that play the football. Aye. They play the football, they play the football, they play the football, they play the football. I'm getting excited here about our title chances. That's it for today's video, guys. We're jumping off here because I think my elation's not going to reach a better point. You know, when we lose 1-0 to Torino in a scrappy game, I'm not going to feel good about this. So we're going to hammer this in now, finish it there. Hopefully when we come on the next video, we're probably going to not have Depay. But I think we're going to have, if we can have Icardi and Ramsey to go into that Torino game, or even if we don't, at least we know we're going to have them. We can obviously play Henrik Larsson's son and Diego Rossi for the first game of the season. It's not a worry. I think we're going to win the league. I'm really happy with this, man. I mean, what competitions are we in? I mean, we're in the Europa League as well. We could do well. They obviously did well in real life. Got the semis. I think we can probably go one better. So I'm going to leave that there. Jump off now. The next video, since I promised you games today, we're definitely going to play the first 2 games of the season. We're definitely going to go for the Torino and the Inter games, and then we'll probably jump back in for the Fiorentina and Napoli games. So I'm pretty much trying to stick to an upload schedule. I realise I've said goodbye 3 or 4 times, so I need to get better with my scheduling. But pretty much going to try and stick to an upload schedule of Tuesday when the last video went out, because it's one of only 2 days a week that I'm not in the gym. And obviously I'm working full time, so I'm going to stick to a twice a week schedule for now. But then when I become a little bit more polished, my processes get better, I want to go to a 3 times a week schedule. But while we're on the 2 times a week schedule, it's obviously going to stick to a Tuesday, and I want to get them out on a Friday, because Friday is just a good vibes day, man. A good vibes day. It'll be a good day for creating content. Good day to get content out into the world, and I just hope it's a good time to, just be a good time to get content out, man. It'd be a good time to get content out, absolutely, and I feel like it's that. Tuesdays and Fridays moving forward. So obviously this is going to drop on a Friday, so it's going to be Tuesday Torino and Inter, Friday Napoli and Fiorentina, or Fiorentina and Napoli. We're going to have to play the Lazio game. So we might do the Lazio game. Might get a video of its own, I think, because it's just such a big game. And then Milan and Juve. So we're going to see loads of big games early in the season, man. We'll obviously get in the Italian Cup first round when that comes along. But that's just worked out perfectly. If we can bring these players in, we've obviously got Papetti in the reserves as well. I mean, I probably can't sell Chris Smalling. I probably don't want to sell Chris Smalling either. Papetti's probably not quite ready yet. So that's okay. I'm happy with that. If we can get rid of him, and him, then brilliant. And obviously Pastore eventually, but he won't be registered anyway. Even if we can't get rid of him, he will just leave, which is a shame because he's a wonderful footballer, to be fair. But he's just not gonna. It's Pastore. Everyone knows about his problems, his injuries and stuff. So we've got better players probably in that position anyway, to be honest. Once we get Zaniolo fit, we're going to be firing on all cylinders. Signing off now, guys, for real this time. Great video, in my opinion. I don't know about how it's going to turn out as a video, but great stuff. Moving forward, excited for the season. Hope you've understood the reasoning behind playing this formation. I realise we just touched on it, but basically cover as many of the lines of the pitches as possible. Centre half dropping deep, so everyone can press the ball. We're not going to be vulnerable to a ball over the top. Keep it up to come out and kind of act as a third man on the ball. He'll just plug gaps, stop runners, that kind of thing. He can help with a bit of both, so we don't get caught short. Wing backs up and down, to either on support, just hold the position defensively, but help out a little bit going forward. And then these guys are the match winners, which of course there will be if we bring in the 2 strikers that we want. There'll be more than match winners. There'll be title winners. And with that could be the. I think this video is going to have to be called Exciting Times, man. It's probably not going to be called that because that sucks, but something like that for sure. Alright, guys. Peace for now, and I look forward to catching all of you guys next time.